Good day everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jeremy and thank you very much for checking out this On The Disc video, part of a video series on my channel where I show you what is on the disc of a Blu-ray release that, more often than not, I have done a separate unboxing video of here on my channel. Today I follow up my recent honest unboxing of Sonic X, the complete Japanese language collection, available now from Discotek Media in North America. If you want to see an unboxing of this Blu-ray, you can find that video separately right now here on my channel. Today though, we're focusing what are on the discs included in this set. So without further ado, let's get straight onto the main menu of Disc 1. I will note before going any further that I have muted all audio on this disc for the purposes of this video. Additionally, make sure that you can play Region A Blu-rays on your Blu-ray player because this disc is coded to Region A for North America. Now, I immediately want to give props to Discotek for how they have handled this main menu because I love how, I'll say, segmented it is and how easy to understand it is when it comes to how the show is split up. One, you've got the label in the bottom right corner of the screen there emphasizing the sagas that are included, which was also something that I mentioned I noticed on the actual unboxing on the disc labels themselves. They've done that as well here, and I love how they've done this. We've got the option of play all, as you can see, but additionally, we can simply look up episodes by saga, and I love this. New World Saga, we've got all of these episodes here, of which, truth be told, I have never seen Sonic X before. I've seen some English dub episodes, but never the Japanese language version, so that's why I really wanted to get this set. So, we've got the New World Saga here. You can scroll all the way down if you want to. I will also note, you can also just hit the up button to go straight to the next button if you want to as well. That will take you to the Chaos Emerald Saga episodes. Then you can go back if you want to the New World Saga, or if I go back to that now, hit the wrong button for a second there. If I now hit the next button, we're now at the Chaos Saga, which also, again, coming from someone who's never seen the show, far less episodes in the Chaos Saga than the one before that, but it's not a knock or anything. Then also, you hit the next button to the Shadow Saga. Really, really like the way they have done this. Main menu, of course, takes you back to the main menu. Now, you may be wondering, why is there a setup button on here? Let me show you. You can see we have two audio options, even though this is a Japanese language audio only release. We've got 5.1 audio and 2.0. If you want to switch between the two, this is how it will look when you do so. Very, very easy to understand and very clear to know which option you have activated. Same goes for English subtitles being on and off. For the purposes of this video, and actually for my watching experience, I will be leaving English subtitles on. So what I'm going to do now is dive into the first episode of the series, which I will do via the play all button, so we can get a glimpse as to how this looks visually, and I can show you how the subtitles look as well. So we are on the opening sequence of episode 1 now. Immediately, you can see the subtitles there and the font they are using. Very, very clear and easy to read. I appreciate it's kind of English text at the moment. I love that little touch with the Sonic X logo there. That's really, really nice. Very well played, Discotek. So you can now see how the song subtitles will look. Again, for me, very clear and easy to read. I like what they have done with this. I will also note that this disc is a standard definition Blu-ray. It's not high definition 1080p, simply something that was not possible, but Discotek, as usual, have gone all out to make sure this is the best possible quality it can be. They have gone with 480i, which I think for the purposes of this, looks great. Also, the amount of episodes you get on the disc, as you've just seen from me going through the menus there, it is insane. This is all just contained over 2 discs, so really liking how this is. With that being said, let's jump forward to the episode proper so we can get a good glimpse as to how the visuals of the episode and the subtitles will look. So we are now at the beginning of episode 1 proper, and we start off with a nighttime sequence, which I think is a good little litmus test actually, to actually gauge how visually this will look. And honestly, I'm quite happy with this so far. I appreciate I've not seen very much so far, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump forward a little bit now to when we get to some subtitles and to some action, so we can get a decent look as to how this will appear. So here we've got our first bit of action happening, as well as a first glimpse of a subtitle there, which was very, very clear and easy to read. There's going to be a lot of action in this opening section, if I remember correctly. So, going to sort of let it play out for a few moments, and I'll jump forward a bit as well to where we'll get a bit more subtitles and also some different lighting. So again, you can get a glimpse as to how the footage will look. So now we're in a bit of a lit area, as it were, and you get a good glimpse as to how the footage will look. Again, I'm very happy with how this is looking. Absolutely great job, Discotek. You're working wonders once again. So now you get a good little preview once again as to how these subtitles will look here. Very, very clear and easy to read, as I've mentioned once or twice now. So very, very happy with how this is looking. So here is the episode 1 title card. A very, very nice font there. Blends in very, very well with what is on screen. So now I'm going to jump forward once again because I believe I remember reading somewhere that halfway through the episode, sometimes there's like sort of data on characters who appear. So let's see how this works out. Wow, there is a lot of information to take in there. This is halfway through. It's great to see they've even gone to the effort of translating all of that. I'm very, very happy with how that is looking. And now you're getting a chance to see some more of the dialogue and how the visuals will look as well. So again, this is looking really, really good. And we're barely halfway in the episode of episode 1 so far. This is really, really good. So we're now at the closing title sequence, and once again you can see the song subtitles there, and again visually it's looking really, really nice. I know I kind of keep saying it like a broken record, but I'm very happy with how this is turning out. Discotek have done a great job on that. Very, very happy. And then if we jump forward once again, and as you can see, we've now got a next episode preview, and I like the fact they also subtitled next episode. It's a little touch, but I like it. It's great to see these have been included as well. Very much makes it feel like it is a complete package. What else I also want to draw attention to is pop-up menu functionality, because some of you may be wondering if there is any. This is basically it. You get the option to, well, close it if you hit that cross button there, or if you want to go back to the main menu, this is what will do it. So there was a lot to unpack from disc 1 there, I've got to say. What I'm going to do now is jump forward to disc 2, because I believe there will be a little bit more in addition to the episodes as well. We are now on the main menu of disc 2, and as you can see, a very similar layout to what we had on disc 1. We've got the option of play all, we've got the option to simply select episodes from the Homebound saga, all the episodes being noted there accordingly. You've got the next button like we had on disc 1, where it then brings up the Featurette saga. Apologies if I've mispronounced that. Never actually heard how that was pronounced in the context of the show. We've got the episodes once again as mentioned. You can flick back if you want to, and of course you can go back to the main menu. I'm going to give you a little preview now as to how some of the footage is looking on this disc. So let's jump into the first episode of the Homebound saga, episode 40. Potential spoilers abound, you have been warned. Here we go once again, we've got a new opening sequence, and we've still got the same subtitle font being used, so very, very nice to see that is indeed the case. Also, love what they did with the Sonic X logo once again. So got a nice little glimpse here as to how it is looking visually in this opening sequence. Let's jump forward to the episode proper. We're now at the first scene proper of episode 40. Happy New Year, first subtitle. In some ways, quite apropos. So, I'm really liking how the subtitle font is still looking in this. Visually, very, very happy with this. Again, the 480i element, looking fine to me. Hopefully you think that as well, because I think Discotek have done such a good job with this. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. Subtitle font is clear and easy to read, as you can see there. Really liking how this is turning out. Here is how the title card looks for this episode. Once again, following in similar style to what we saw in the episode 1 title card. Obviously, sans the background being different. And with that being said, let's now jump forward to the halfway eye catch. Once again, translating all the on-screen text. Really, really great to see. And now with all of this being said, let's jump forward to the ending title sequence. At the ending title sequence now, I've jumped forward a little bit to where the subtitles first appear. Again, the font is very easy to read over the top of what is on screen. Really, really liking how this is turning out, which I appreciate at this point. I am sounding like a broken record. That is how happy I am to really just delve into this show and experience this Blu-ray in full. So back on the main menu now, and I appreciate what I actually did not do when I came to the start of this disc was go to the setup menu. Because there is a notable difference here in that you will see it does not say 5.1 or 2.0 audio. There is actually a reason for this per Discotek Media themselves from when they started advertising this Blu-ray. It is because that they acquired the 5.1 audio for only a certain amount of episodes from the Japanese high-spec DVD releases. So they've literally included all the 5.1 audio that was available for them to be able to try and include in their release. That is why. Meaning, I'm assuming that all the episodes on this disc then are 2.0, which may also lead to including why the disc episode splits have been done in the way they have. As we go back to the main menu now, let's have a look at special features. What do we have in here? Wow, okay, there's a lot going on here. So, we have got an English pilot, an English promo, a Japanese pilot, a storyboard featurette, creditless openings, creditless endings, the English opening, which I'm assuming that's going to be the dubbed version opening then. Forgive me if I'm wrong on that, we'll find out in due course. We've got a karaoke version of the opening. Wait, what? We've got a sing-along and a karaoke, interesting. And then sing-along karaoke for the ending version. And then an alternative English opening. There is a lot, there's far more on here than I thought there was. Blimey, okay, well, you know what? Let's dive right into it. Let's get into the English pilot. So what we've got here is about a 2-minute or so video with an English voiceover sort of talking about what this series is going to be about. Actually kind of a fascinating watch in some ways, just to kind of gauge how the show was going to perhaps be originally pitched or marketed from an English language point of view. So it's definitely worth a watch when you get this disc and you have some time spare. In terms of pop-up menu functionality, just for the sake of completion and knowing and such, simply gives you the option to go back or to get away from it, so I will hit the back button to go back to the special features menu. And next up, English promo. So this is about a 30-second promo, which is actually taken from the Fox box, or kind of like the Fox Kids Network type thing. Literally a promo that would have aired on television, so that's really cool to see this has been included as well. Moving on. Next up, Japanese pilot. So this is actually quite fascinating. This is about a 4.5 minute long Japanese promo, obviously subtitled by Discotek, where again, it's sort of like a pitch, if you will, or kind of like a bit of a marketing piece, talking about what the series is going to be. It's a bit of a commercial for it, a trailer. I can imagine this being shown to various executives and such, trying to actually sort of perhaps sell this to television companies or whoever the appropriate parties would be. So you get a bit of a trailer in here, and then what I'm going to do now is jump forward to about halfway through, because this takes an interesting twist. Because we then get a section called Characters, and it's pretty much what you expect from what I said. It's them talking about various characters for about a couple of minutes who are included in the show, and the fact that they've got sort of so many stats, as it were, for the characters, it's just kind of amusing. This is literally, you can imagine handing this video to someone from a marketing department and just go, watch this is what the show is going to be, we'll tell you about the characters and such. It is genuinely fascinating to watch this. I implore you to give this a watch if you get your hands on this Blu-ray. Storyboard Featurette. So this is a cool lecture. We've got just under 4 minutes of storyboard elements from various episodes in the series. Got some dramatic music playing in the background of this as well. It's just really cool to kind of gauge how the show was put together. I love seeing sort of background information like this. Storyboards are no different. So it's really cool to see that for a bunch of episodes they were able to get hold of storyboards were Discotek. And they've been able to scan them in and present them in this way. So again, you get another glimpse behind the scenes of this series. Fascinating stuff. Next up, creditless openings. As you can see here, they've left the song subtitle in there, which is really, really nice to see. And you can already tell it is indeed the credits open. They also left the Sonic X logo. That was a nice little touch as well. But as you can see, the credits that are on there are not appearing now. So it's a really nice thing to have. Let's have a look at the next opening sequence. So we're at opening 2 now, and once again, you can see there are no credits appearing over the top of this. Very, very nice to see, and nice to see that they've been able to include both openings as well in this. Really, really cool to see. Creditless endings. As you can see already, once again, no credits appearing on screen, so very nice to see that is indeed the case. Song subtitles, retained as well. Now we've got another ending title sequence here. Admittedly, I didn't come across this in sort of the couple episodes I looked at, so I'm not entirely sure from where in the series this is from. Please forgive me for not knowing that. But either way, you can see it is nice to have this included as part of it as well. Got this ending sequence here, so nice to see these have been included too. Next, English opening Gotta Go Fast opening version sing-along. What on earth are we in for here? So you probably guessed it, this is definitely the English language opening, like the Faster, Faster, Gotta Go Faster opening. If you know that, you know exactly what it is. You can see the song subtitles there on screen. I'm very curious to see how this is going to differ to the other option we've got. So what I'm going to do is actually jump forward now and select that from the menu so we can see what we've got. So as I said, let's have a look at what the karaoke version looks like. Okay, I probably should have figured this out, but I was not expecting this. What this basically is It's an instrumental version of the opening, so you can literally do karaoke yourself over the top of it if you know the lyrics. So, very well played, Discotek. I was not expecting that to be a feature, but it's a cool little extra to have on this disc. That's really good fun. Which then means when it comes to the ending version, we vaguely know what to expect now. So let's check out the ending version, excuse me, sing along first. So yeah, you can it's kind of absurd, but I also kind of love it. So now let's check out the karaoke version as we select this from the main menu. Yep. I appreciate you can't hear the music because I've had to mute it for the purposes of this video, but this is incredibly amusing to me on a surface level, so it's very, very cool to see this has been included. Then we have got an alternative English opening. Let's see what we have here. Okay, I've never seen this before. Chances are some of you out there watching this may have. This is literally a different opening sequence that could have been used, or perhaps was in some cases, for the English language version of the show. And yeah, all the lyrics are Sonic and occasionally Sonic X. It's quite a trip. It's very much a kid's cartoon opening, as you can imagine. But again, another fascinating thing to have included on this disc. Well, there we go, folks. And I think from there, that about wraps up this video. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it's been useful to you if you are thinking of purchasing this. I will also add, if you've got any questions relating to this disc of maybe things I didn't look up, or if you've heard something about a disc and you want me to check out, put it in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to investigate and get back to you accordingly as best as I can. Once again, thank you so much for checking out this video. Be sure to check out other videos on my channel if they are of interest, and until next time, take care and speak to you soon.